We lost you.
Camera. He gets the camera right.
Mary!
Hey, Father Fish.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself? Except for I can't get my camera right. I've got my new tablet that the Fish fam sent me, and I can't see. Look,
Yes.
if I try to turn it right, I'm upside down.
That's funny.
So,
I
see,
don't
no matter
know.
which way I go, it does it. So, I'm just going to leave it like this. Y'all can see all my wrinkles. Yeah, this is me. It's got a good camera on it.
Right. Looks fine. I think you're fine.
Oh, I can't hear you. I lost your sound. Oh, what happened?
Okay. I lost you. Where'd you go? That wasn't you. That was me, Mary. Come back up. We lost. There she is.
Right. Yeah.
Now that was me. That wasn't you.
I can't hear you for some reason, but it's on my end. Okay, now.
No, it's on my end.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me
Okay,
now?
good.
I can hear you.
I
All right.
wanted to get my earphones off, but to do that, I got to pull the plug,
Right.
and it changes everything when I do that. So there we are.
How's your day been?
Ta-da. Well, we had our board meeting. I was going to call you, and I forgot to do it. We had our board meeting. What?
I said, this camera's too good.
Oh, you look great. You really do.
Okay.
You look very nice.
All right. Oh, there's Marky. But you had your board meeting today for what was that? For the Venice Aquarium Society?
Yes, that's right.
Oh man.
So we what we're gonna do is because things dragged on so much last month, we're gonna make a couple of changes. One is I'm gonna start broadcasting at 7:30. So we're not gonna be broadcasting people sitting around eating or standing around looking at fish in the auction. And we're going to set the program up from 8 o'clock to 7:30. So at 7:30, we will start the program.
Oh, it's so much fun, y'all.
And
I got carried away.
About 8:30. And then at 8:30, we'll start the auction.
Oh, right.
So we'll be out of there at the latest by 10 o'clock, which means we'll be finished with the online probably by 9:30. So it's going to be about 2 hours. So what I'll need to do is get you up early so that we make sure we got everything lined up. And then I'll kick you on and we'll do the program. Now the program is going to be online and in person.
Okay.
I don't know quite how we're going to do that yet. Probably split screen like this.
Okay. We had so much fun.
Well,
we really
did. Yeah.
Yes. And I got carried away and had to bid on those blue jelly shrimp.
I know.
And I won them. And they are wonderful. Did you see my video of the unboxing?
No.
Oh, Oh, they were fun.
I'll
They're
look at
doing
that.
great.
Oh, that's
Everything, they came in wonderfully. And I did an unboxing for Fishman. He sent me a filter along.
oh, very
I
good.
did yours and then his. It was a lot of fun.
Nice. Let's see now. What I need to do is get that over here.
And I apologize. I'm trying to figure out this camera. This is the first time the internet picked up on this news from the fish fam. And so I'm a little like, I'm scared I'm blinding y'all with my paleness.
No, it's fine. It's a really good picture. It's fine.
Okay.
It looks great. Scott has a muck bucket question. He
Okay.
says, it's supposed to smell like a stagnant pond. And my answer is yes.
Right.
And he said, we started 2 of them about 10 days ago. And I said, I hope they're outdoors. And he said, threw leaves and some dirt and stick. And boy, it's smelly. Well, if you just, yeah, well, I got one here that crashed. It's the foulest tank I think I've ever had. What happened was I had a bunch of mollies in it. And then last month, I wound up after the auction with a couple of jewel cichlids. And I didn't know what to do with them. So I threw them in the tank with the mollies. Well, they slaughtered the mollies, fouled the tank, died, created the worst condition I think I've ever seen. It's altogether disgusting.
Oh no.
And I may
It's all
need to break it. It's the first tank that I've had to break down in years, but I think I'm going to do it. It's loaded with plants, but look at the slime on top of it.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Awful. And I've cleaned it off a few times. But apparently what's happened is the substrate, which is, it's a 15-gallon tank with 4 inches of substrate. And I think the substrate fouled, which I don't think I've ever had that happen before. So I'm going to let it sit for one more day. And if it doesn't clear up, I'm going to just break the whole thing down and start over.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to do that.
Well, I have to get a net in there. It's going to be super gross.
Super gross. Slimy and everything.
Right. It's really foul. All right. EJ, I'm here. What are we talking about?
Hey, EJ.
What platform is this group using to ask questions on? YouTube. I got confused this time. Usually listening on my phone. Yeah, we're on YouTube, EJ. We're also on Facebook, but I don't think you can make comments on Facebook.
Right. You have to click on into the YouTube channel, don't you?
Yeah. Age is a number, beauty is forever, EJ said.
Thank you, AJ. I'm an old lady. I'm a grandma, so hey.
Really? Really?
My other camera had like a filter on it or something.
I talked to my granddaughter yesterday morning. We had a long, she's 11.
Oh, she is a doll.
We had a long, delightful conversation. She said, my mother won't let me show my face on YouTube. And I said, well, that's fine. I support your mother altogether. Totally.
Yes.
I think it's totally appropriate.
That's right. Because you never know.
You never know. She's a real cutie.
Oh, she is. She does the little introduction he has. It says, this is Father Fish. Please enjoy the video. Ding.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah, I asked her to do a new one with the click on the like button and subscribe and hit the bell. So we'll see if she does it.
Hey, Michael. Michael says, how does substrate foul?
How can it foul?
Yeah.
Um, well, what fouls is the surface of it.
Right.
Which fouls, so what
Exactly.
actually fouls is the water. When the water fouls, that means there's no oxygen in
Yeah.
in in the water column. And when that happens, anything that's alive on the surface of the substrate, like the microfauna, that gets killed. So that fouls the whole tank. The whole tank is then lost. It's
Right.
lost. Now, if you catch it at the beginning of that, you can redeem it. If I let it sit here for a week, it would clear up. But my problem with this tank is the substrate is really deeper than I want it to be. It's like 4 inches at least, which is almost half the depth of the tank. So I think what I'm going to do is just clear the whole thing out. I noticed that all of the snails have come up out of the water. They're
Oh,
all
that's a good
above.
indicator.
Yeah, they're all above the water line. So that's, I don't know if you
That
can
is
see
an
that.
indicator.
Yeah, that's
Right.
a pretty good sign that things are about as
Yes,
bad
look
as
at
they
them.
can get.
You can see them up there.
Yeah,
Now, I had the same thing happen to me last week. Like I set up this beautiful tiger planted aquarium, and I didn't realize it, but the pump had gotten unplugged and it sat for a week because there was no fish in it, so I wasn't really paying attention and that kind of stuff. But I walked by and I looked at it and I was like, oh no. And I lifted the glass top off and I could smell it, that
yeah,
funky smell to it. And of course,
right.
I've got a lot of nice plants in there that Kelly Foreman and Al Whitsox had sent me. And it was on the verge of being like, like turning to rottenness. And
Right.
I got it stirred up again. I did water change and turned the pump back on and got the water circulating, and I saved it. So everything is good. Man, that was my own fault. I just didn't. I've been working and didn't pay attention. Hey, T-Bone
Yeah. T-Bone, Carol Cox. Hello, Carol.
and Carol.
Sandy
We've got,
Shaman.
hey, Sandy, Michael Wells.
Kenneth D.
Oh, Kenneth, mwah,
My
love you.
Fish Tanks.
Hey, John
Markio
and Gren
306.
and
Rich.
Grenwood, 3G,
Everybody here. EJ.
Scott and Wendy,
Scott and Wendy, right?
and who else came in? And
So
the Fish Tropic Canada.
ABC is going to be on Monday night on the NOAA
That's gonna
project.
be, hey, talk to us about the NOAA project, Father Fish. What is it? If people haven't seen it yet, what do they need to know is going on with that? Because it's
Yeah, the
really
NOAA
a
project
great
comes on
project.
Monday and Wednesdays. This coming week, it'll be on at 9 o'clock in the evening. Now, there's some conflict on Wednesday evening, so I may move it up an hour. But the
Yeah,
NOAA
like my
project, what the NOAA
project.
project, it recognizes that there are lots of folks keeping fish who have a long-term commitment to the hobby and to those fish and to their aquariums, and they're
Yeah,
making it possible to maintain species that otherwise would be threatened or become extinct. Now, you may not think there are very many. Project CARES lists about 20, but in truth, there are about 1,000. There are about 1,000 species that we keep commonly, routinely, that are threatened with extinction in the wild. Things like guppies and mollies. I mean, really common stuff that we have lots and lots of in our private collections that are in danger of being completely extinguished in the wild. So the purpose of the NOAA project is to do in-depth interviews with people who are maintaining collections of fish
Right.
that have developed some real skills at doing that, and talk to them about what's involved and how they keep their aquariums going. We've
Right.
had two so far. We had Kenny of Daniken, this last one, and we had Atkins uh, the Monday before. That was last Monday, I think, and
Two
last
great
Wednesday.
shows. They were
Excellent.
absolutely
They were
wonderful.
wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah. So those, once I get a few of these done, then I'm going to put them on Patreon, um, so that we can begin to develop some income with them, and then use that as a way of developing the NOAA project as a beneficial project. There's some things we
It,
can do in support of CARES, and along the same lines, to really provide a recognition and an opportunity for people to be able to use this as a library of how to
yes.
set up their own fish room. So that's the idea. Moon Boots is here. Hey, Moon
Hey,
Boots.
Moon Boots.
Sandy
Hello.
Shaw, James B.
And Sandy and Perfect Circle.
Perfect Circle 1000, right.
How are y'all doing tonight? It's hot here, so I'm like sweating down. So y'all just excuse me. Camper life.
Uh,
And Michael Wells was
Utah,
asking, well,
Utah's
oh,
here.
howdy, Lisa. Hello. Oh, no, I'm going to have to go shut the door. Hold on a minute. These dogs. Did you see where Michael Wells was asking, will adding a sponge filter aid in keeping the aquarium from fouling because it adds oxygen to the
Yes,
tank?
absolutely, and it
Yes.
does work. I put one in here, but it's kind of too far gone. It probably will help it. I've got a lot of nice plants in it. The plants are doing okay so far. So I want to save some of the plants. You can see how black that soil has become. I mean, the plants look really good, but
Yeah.
that could break down. So I really need to deal with this. The tank is crashed bitterly, terribly. The reason this happened is because I can't see into it. I've got it stuck down here in a corner, and I really
Yeah.
can't see what's going on with it. And I had it covered with frog bit and duckweed, so I couldn't see into it from the side or the top. And it just really got out of hand, and it smells dreadful.
Oh gosh. You will know when your tank fouls. You'll start smelling.
Yeah.
And that's what I did with this little hider. I put all this work into it, and luckily it had a lot of boost in it and different plants. It's okay, but like after a week, I walked by and I caught a whiff of it, and I was like, "What in the world?" And it turned out the filter had gotten stopped up because I had a lot of the sand had gotten into the actual filter part, gotten into the spray bottle.
Yeah.
So it had kind of shut it down. So now it's good. Yeah. Moonboot says, "Get your goggles."
How do you get ammonia out of a new tank without completely draining the water? It's a fatherfish dirt cap with sand and a ton of plants, canister filter, and seeded sponge sorter. Just leave it alone. The plants are going to pull the ammonia out. Plants absorb ammonia directly. So don't worry about ammonia. If you got a heavily planted tank and you're not feeding, you're not putting anything in there, it's creating a lot of dead material, it will be fine. It'll take care of itself.
Yes. And keep a little circulation going on there. That's the main
sponge filter is good. Yeah, absolutely. you got a canister. I do not like canister filters. Um,
Moon
mainly,
boot to dunk
mainly
your head.
because they create an anaerobic mess. I mean, they really. I don't even like the principle of a canister filter. Plus the fact that they all leak. You know, give it 6 months to a year and it'll be leaking. So I've just kind of I've been through hundreds of canister filters. The only ones that I ever found that were any good were the independent plastic canisters, the rigid, clear plastic ones that look like a little drum that you hook a pump
Oh,
up to. I don't remember who makes those. They're ancient. They're like 25, 35,
I've
40
used
years
it all
old.
day.
Yeah. But everyone
Oh,
I've had, eventually they begin to leak. And you either have to get rid of them or throw the whole thing in the fish tank. If you got a big fish tank, you can get away with that. But
yeah.
generally, they're too big. So they tend to be a bother. They're messy to clean. They're just hardly worth the effort.
Let's see. EJ was asking. Oh, he said, "Tell me about the anaerobic. What does that mean in the canisters? And if they ever shut down on you, they just turn into a mess. Like if they,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Well, see what happens in any filter where you've got a media in it and the water going through it is that the water goes through the 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 road of least resistance.
yeah,
Wherever it's easiest for it to get through. But as it's doing that, the material that it's going through is capturing um, detritus. It's capturing particulate matter. And the more of that it captures, the more of it it blocks. And so the water will go around that little block. And eventually the whole thing gets blocked. Well, wherever it's blocked, the water's not going through that anymore. So it becomes dead and it
yeah,
becomes anaerobic and it creates a foul condition
yeah,
in the filter that 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 foul that bleeds into the water column. So rather than having clear, clean water coming out, if you let that thing run for a few months, you've got foul water coming out of it. So it's
yeah,
really not cleaning the water for you, it's really making it foul. Canister filters are a bad idea. It's another one of those seems right, ought to be perfect. Try it and see. And it'll crash a tank. It'll crash a tank in 6 months. It creates a problem if you don't clean it, is going to foul the tank. So I don't like canister filters. There are situations where they're beneficial, like in a very large tank, but you got to clean them routinely, once every couple of months minimum.
yeah. That's the thing. Like if you're running, like say, a cichlid tank where you have, uh, just I mean, a lot of people like Father Fish will tell you about running deep substrate, but a lot of people do run cichlid tanks that don't have deep substrate, and they're running canister filters, and they have to keep the upkeep up. That's the biggest thing right there. They have to constantly keep it clean and stuff. What Father Fish's system does is the substrate creates a filter in itself, so you don't need that canister filter.
Yeah, and it's
Saying
more than a filter, it's
yeah,
really a cycling system. Because if
right,
you get plants in there, then the plants
right.
are absorbing that material that's being broken down.
And
Let's
different things
see.
work for different people. It just depends on what kind of work you want to put into it. But for me, I enjoy the deep substrate with plants and something just circulating the water and easy maintenance. No, not not many water changes. I'm not going to say no water changes, but I could probably get away with no water changes if I wanted to. Hey,
Patty Childs. Patty
yeah,
Childs
Patty,
said,
thank
does turning water temperature up kill ick in the tank? Actually,
you.
it does not. It does not kill it. What it'll
Right.
do is it'll cause it to drop off of the fish. When it drops off of the fish, it will not reattach to the fish so long as that temperature is staying up. The ick will survive for about 2 weeks without a host. Now, if you drop the temperature from 86 to 82, it will keep the ick off the fish. Patty is saying she raises the temperature, the ick falls off, drops the temperature, it comes back
It
on.
comes back. Yeah.
You're dropping the temperature too far. If you drop it back down to like 76 or so, it'll reactivate. So because it's a cold water parasite.
Yes.
So you need to keep that water warm for at least 2 weeks in order to be able to kill it.
Right. It's got to stay consistent, doesn't it? For at least 2 weeks. Yes.
Yeah, you want to. You can leave it at 86. It's not going to hurt the fish.
Yeah.
Drop it to 82, not below 82, and it won't get back on the fish for a long enough period of time that it will die. But no, the heat doesn't kill it. It just forces it to fall off the fish, and then it goes in a kind of a hibernation because it can't tolerate the heat.
Right.
And that hibernation lasts about 2 weeks, and then it dies. It just can't tolerate it.
And my friend, my fish tank says, so basically run a sponge filter is your only suggestion? Like for nano fish and planted tanks? That's
All
my,
you really need.
yeah.
It's
Because your
perfectly
planted tank
adequate.
and your,
Yeah,
planted tank is a deep
you can do a
substrate.
hang on the back. They're
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
The hang on the back is not going to create the same problem that a canister does because it's open. Canister is a closed system.
Right.
So you got all that occurring with no ability of oxygen to directly affect it. EJ using the canister to circulate water. Now I've done that, and that's fine. Just don't put any media in it and let it work as a pump. It works fine as a pump.
Yeah. Let's see. Who was it? Oh, Michael Wells was asking about what plants best absorb ammonia quickly, and I knew you just answered this question the other night. I think on Friday night. Different plants. For me, it's like crypts, pogostemus, lotus octopus, floating plants, and swords. Those are some great plants that absorb nitrates quickly. What do you say, Pugfish?
I was reading Aquafunk's comment.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know Funky's in the house.
Yeah, hi Aquafunk.
It was just what kind of plants absorb nitrates quickly, in your opinion?
The ones that grow the fastest.
Yeah. Swords, grips, floating plants. Anacris.
Right. Duckweed.
Yes.
Anything that grows fast. That's how it's growing. It's absorbing nitrates. So Aquafunk said I had a comment on my planted biker tank that said they liked what I did with a father fish pecking. Bikers have never looked so healthy, and I got to agree. I did a video today. Let's see what it's doing. Just
oh yeah, I just saw hours ago. Hey, John S. Vlogs, how are you?
Perverse curiosity. Let's see what it's doing. And I did it today in response to another video that one of the big YouTubers did.
Another what?
Talking about how we need to
Oh,
stop trying to do everything and just do what we're good at or
yeah.
something. I never really figured out. So it was entitled, I don't remember what.
I'm looking for it now.
We need to understand aquariums or something. So I did a video entitled How to Think About Aquariums.
How to think about. Yes. Here, I'll put it in
It's
the chat.
really a
Right now.
response to that earlier in the day video. I've got 183 views, so it's staying pretty good. That's in 5 hours.
There it is, right there.
Yeah, I'm hoping it'll catch a breeze. See if it catches a breeze and starts.
If the YouTube gods will let it go through.
Yeah, really, like that. Anyway.
Oh, anyway. Oh my goodness. I see John S. Vlogs come in. Rob's officially. Irene Jewel.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Officially.
Yes.
Mermaid's Chorus.
Hey, Chris.
Irene Duel. And Moon Boots is here.
Love me some Moon Boots.
Rob's Aquarium Room.
Hey, Rob's.
Moon Boots saying the tank is coming to the end of its 25-year cycle. That one is about 15 years. That's been set up about 15 years.
Boss Aquatics just came in. Hey, Boss. Oh, Irene said I had my birthday on the 29th of April, and my daughter's birthday is today. She's 17, is a big fish nerd just like me.
Nice.
And she wanted an aquarium and a fish for her sweet 16. Oh, that's wonderful, Irene.
All right. All right.
Nothing better. That is wonderful.
So what kind of fish you going to put in
Oh,
that
yeah.
tank,
What did you get her?
What are you going to do? Boss Aquatics.
Sup, boss? That's what Aquafunk said. Aquafunk, did you see his video on the nitrogen cycle where he explained it and he had like his kids stuff?
No.
Oh, Aquafunk, it was great.
That's cool.
Y'all need to make sure to check
He's
out
on
Aquafunk.
Saturday night. He does such really
Oh, I know.
videos.
I've been missing so many streams at night because I'm working, but I'm getting there. I'm gonna make it to the Triple Crown, I'm pretty sure, in Louisville. So
Nice.
I hope to see some of you folks there. Oh, what temperature is best for plants? Patty asked. Patty Childs asked. Temperature for plants.
Well, they do better in warm water than cold. You know, light is more important than temperature generally. But in the low 80s, there are very few plants that won't do well in the low 80s. Plants are pretty tolerant of temperature. They can take a pretty wide range.
Yeah. For me, they seem to do well at like 77, 78, which is a good, just an even temperature.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, my plant's doing great. You sent me some great plants, Father Fish. I don't know exactly what I have yet, but there's one. I was showing, and she was thinking it was hornwort, but it's not hornwort. Hold on a minute. I'm going to show you. Okay.
Oh. Might be hornwort. I didn't think I sent you any hornwort.
No, I don't think it's hornwort. It's this right here, and it's really pretty. Oh, wait. Oh. See, it's got like little stems on it with leaves.
It's kabamba.
Well, hornwort kind of. No, I don't think it's kabamba. See it?
I do.
But it's not hornwort, because I've got hornwort.
No, it's not.
Somebody in the chat will say it. But it's super beautiful. Like it's already starting to root, and I just pulled it out of my finger.
Nice.
Let me stick it back in there.
Kabamba, Thomas Hines says.
Is it kabamba?
I
Maybe
think
it
it
is.
is.
I don't know what it is, but it's really pretty, and I like it.
Roman, what's that plant?
Come on, Roman.
Mermaid's Chorus. I need to dose my tank with aquarium salt because my cories keep getting these weird, opaque, whitish growths. Is salt safe for plants? It's a lot safer for plants than it is for cories, Mermaid's Chorus. I would not put salt in with cories.
Right. They're not, they don't do too well with it.
Whitish growth.
Funk wants to know if we can smoke that plant.
If it's a whitish growth, that sounds like a fungus. And if you've got fungus, that means there's an underlying bacteria.
Yeah.
And if you have bacteria, that means that the tank is basically out of balance. You've got a lot more waste in there than the system can handle. So bacteria is flourishing to try to take care of it. A bacteria, when it's explosive like that, will attack the mucus of fish and begin breaking it down, and then begin killing the flesh, which is what the fungus grows on. Fungus grows on dead flesh. So
Yes.
if you've got a white growth, that's almost certainly a fungus. So that means you've got you got bacteria in there. I need to go
Oh,
rinse
that
my
does does look like Bomba. Okay. I just looked up Bomba, and it does look like Bomba. Yes,
I'll be right
what
back.
it is.
Hold me a second.
Okay. Gambusia, so-called mosquito fish in a tank fish up a pond. I read that lots of species are notorious fin rippers, but this may be only in captivity. Oh, the mosquito fish? I think they would be great in a. I get lost in comments. Like I read something and then I read something else. Thomas says, "Please don't smoke your curry." But it's still like roast meat. Okay. Mermaid's Forest, we'll finish that up when Father Fish comes back. And the gambusia, I know he knows a lot about gambusia, the little mosquito fish, because that's a real Florida. That's one they get in Florida. Michael, are you talking about the website address for Father Fish? I'll get it for you. If that's what you would like. As y'all see, I'm kind of scattered. I go all over the place.
Website address is fatherfishaquarium.net.
.net, yes. Let's see here. Where is that? I have your website. Let's see here. Was it Mermaid's Chorus? I just said it. Officially was asking about gambusia, the mosquito fish, as a tank or fish tub pond. I read that all of the fishes are notorious fin rippers, but this may only be in captivity. I can't read. Sorry.
Yeah, there it is. I see. I don't like them. I don't like gambusia.
They're kind of little stinkers, aren't they?
They're really nasty little fish. They'll kill anything. They'll kill a 10-inch fish.
Oh, wow.
They're a better fish. Like if you can get gambusia, you ought to be able to find Formosa. It's another very tiny freshwater live bearer, like the gambusia, but it's very gentle, and they do as good a job as the gambusia for mosquito control. You know, the counties constantly when you buy mosquito control fish for them, they want to put gambusia in everything. And it's the worst possible fish you can put in because it won't tolerate anything else. So I don't recommend gambusia. I recommend Formosa or even mollies. Green self and mollies. They'll eat mosquitoes too.
All right. Sorry, they're mowing outside the window, so I'm gonna have to keep like muting myself.
Mermaid's chorus.
Oh,
I think what I would do for mermaid's chorus is take them out, put them in a bare tank. Do not put any food in there. You want crystal clear water. You want an antiseptic. What's the best one to do? You could use salt, but you got to use it very sparingly. You could use peroxide, but it's the same deal, like a drop per gallon. If you're going to put salt in, about a third to a quarter of a teaspoon per gallon. What else can you do to just clean water? New clean water.
is Moon Boots saying penicillin? Penicillin.
Well, if you want to put there are any number of medications you could put in. Yeah, I tend to want to avoid medications, but you can certainly do that. Methylene blue. If you get methylene blue, that'll kill the bacteria.
So sorry, you guys. No one listens to me here, and they're outside, like mowing right outside my window. And
Fishing tactics. I can't hear it.
it takes me an hour.
Hey, ABC. Good to see you. ABC
Oh,
will
and
be with us tomorrow evening.
for the NOAA project.
Make sure you come aboard. We're going to check out his native tanks. He's got
He's got
native
some
fish.
awesome things.
That'll be wonderful. I don't have anybody lined up for Wednesday night yet. Looking for someone. If you would like to be that someone, just let me know. The following week, on Monday at 6 in the evening, we're going to have a Florida fish farmer on. He'll be at 6 and we'll be on his farm. So we will be looking at his ponds. And then on Wednesday at 9 o'clock in the morning, we're going to have Rick Hahn, who's the owner-director of the Catoctin Mountain Zoological Park. And he's going to be walking us through the zoo and talking about what's involved in having substantial private collections of animals. So we got a great 2 weeks lined up. And we'll be posting links, so we'll keep you all
That's
in.
going to be awesome.
Who is that? Roman's talking about Thomas meant pencilfish. What's he referring to? I put my pencilfish outside. They eat mosquito larvae. Yes, indeed. They absolutely will. Absolutely. Aquafunk, I know this is a no-brainer, but if you're not subbed to the glorious Mary Paige Flynn, then what are you doing with your life? And he's got the link posted, so do that. Where are you at, Mary? Let's see. Ta-da, should come up here any time now. 1.13. All right. Are you monetized? We lost her sound. She has muted herself.
So sorry. Like, it's really outside my window. Hey, Amber, Big City Bettis. Here it comes back.
Amber. Goodness sakes, where is Amber these days?
And there's also George Aquaballs.
Right? Where's that? Oh, Fish Lake. We used to swim lakes with minnows. Now the little fish are biting their leaves, leaving little red spots, and it hurts. Probably is gambusia. I'd almost bet on it. Where is big? Oh, there we are. I haven't. Big City Bettas, welcome, welcome. Nice to
So
see you.
glad to
Hope
see
you're
you,
doing
Amber.
well. Pardon?
I said, so glad to see Amber and Thomas Hines.
Absolutely.
I'm so sorry. My family's so rude. They're outside mowing the lawn outside of my window, and they will not listen to me. I apologize.
I can't hear it.
Okay. It's pretty bad.
Ah. Well, Thomas Hines, nice to see you. Glad
Yes,
you're able to make
indeed.
it.
Glad
Yeah.
you're here. And George, like I said, George Aquaballs. I love seeing George around.
Amen. Hey, Aquaballs.
Amber, are you going to get to go to, is any of y'all getting to go to the Triple Crown in Louisville? I'm saving up my money and I'm planning on being there. I hope I can meet some people. And there's Hey James B. Did you, oh, wait a minute. Did you, the email worked out? What is it? Are you needing Father Fish's email, James B?
I don't know
I'll
what
get
he's asking.
Let's see. I'll try to get it.
Oh. Fanatical says, I wish my family would mow my lawn. Have I ever kept and raised rice fish? Michael Wells says, yeah, absolutely. I love rice fish. They're wonderful.
I love them. They have been like a total joy. I got some from Roxanne and Carlos, your average fish keeper. They're so easy, peaceful, community fish, don't need a lot of heat, and they reproduce. They're fun. Definitely try them out.
Big City Bettis is trying to locate captive bred paradise fish.
Oh, Alex, maybe? Secret
No,
History?
he doesn't have any paradise.
Okay.
I could get them. I've got them available. I
Do
can get
you?
paradise, yeah. What color do you want? They're red, blue, black, and albino.
Ooh, I want blue.
And they are the meanest fish. You think gambusia are bad? They're worse.
Just wait.
Bigger and they're worse.
I think
Beautiful,
Alex had some albino.
stunningly beautiful fish.
Don't they have about the same water parameters as like a betta? It basically,
Well, Aquafunk caught a buckload of pygmy sunfish. I need to know where you went because I need to
right.
find someplace closer than Okeechobee, which is where I've been going to get them. I would love to get a grass pike. They are so cool. He's up near Lakeland, I think. Are you near Lakeland, Aquafunk? Pygmies are wonderful. They absolutely are.
EJ was wondering.
Cherry barbs are real easy, Crystal. You'll love them. They're simple fish to keep. They're pretty. They're not aggressive at all. They're easy to spawn. And if you got a bunch of them like that, you're going to be able to breed them. Nabo rainbow fish and rice fish.
Yeah.
I think rice fish.
Wow. I love them. The rice fish, I love them. I think Peplin Creek Aquatics has them. And soon I hope that I'm going to be able to give some away as soon as they start Well, I've got some reproducing now. So eventually I'm going to be giving those back to the fish fam. Oh, Aquafunk says, come on over, Father Fish. Green Swamp, 10 minutes away from my house in Lakeland.
Ha. That's about the same distance. But I really want to collect up there. I'd like to get together. I want to do that. Let's do
Please
that.
do. I would love to see that.
Get up to Lakeland. Nice. All right. Who eventually says we need Lee to make a song about the damn Busey. Another government idea. Ain't that the truth?
Right.
You know, every single substantially dangerous, destructive, invasive species has been put there by the government.
Right.
As a result of some kind of mitigation that they thought they were doing to get rid of a pest.
Yeah.
So they created a worse pest. And they do it all the time. They do it all the time. Now, the thing is, here's what to understand about invasive species. A 6-year-old kid letting a guppy go is not going to create an invasive species. It takes hundreds, if not thousands, of species being released in appropriate environments for them to, number one, survive, number two, spawn, number three, the babies find adequate food and not get predated upon, and number five, actually become a breeding population. It's extremely difficult for that to happen. Of the 10,000 fish that are imported into this country, fewer than 100, 1%, have ever become an invasive species that has been a problem. Fewer than 1%. So what are we going to do about that? Oh, we're going to create a law that's going to ban 90% in order to prevent the 1% from ever being released. Never mind the fact that as a part of that remaining 10%, we're going to include those that are the singly most destructive fish in their environment.
Right.
I'll tell you what.
Preach.
When government gets involved in doing anything other than going to war, and these days I doubt that, they fail utterly, because they try to apply a single solution to a problem that is multifaceted, and you just can't do it. It doesn't work. It never works. That's why government never works when it gets into human issues, natural issues, environmental issues, economic issues, anything along those lines. They fail utterly because they're not equipped to find anything other than a single solution to a massive issue.
Yep.
And this Lacey Act is the quintessential example of that. They're going to ban damn near everything because maybe one thing might become a problem. Insanity.
But yet they'll let things like goldfish and plecos go through, but not the rest of it.
Yeah. Goldfish and plecos, which are the two most invasive species in our country, they're fine because everybody has them.
Right. Everybody wants to buy them.
It's a dog argument. The reason they're not including cats and dogs is because everybody has them.
Yep.
And they know if they put cats and dogs on the list, they'll get murdered in their sleep. I mean, that's worse. I was going to say it's as bad as banning God. Actually, it's worse because people are more committed to their cats and dogs than they are to God. You can defame God. Don't defame a cat and a dog.
Mm.
We do
Kaylee
need.
B says, anything to destroy God's creation. It's true.
Oh my
I
God.
mean,
In Riverview, the city put out jewels in all the ponds dug for new construction. Probably the worst fish they could have possibly put because they eat everything.
hey, Sheller.
Jewel fish are found in every puddle in Florida. Every puddle.
Oh,
And they are there pretty much by themselves. I mean, just a perfect example. Doing the worst thing you can possibly do in the name of doing something good. And it's because they're stupid. Stupidity rules government. It is the very most essential characteristic of government is to do that which is the most ignorant thing that can possibly be done. You can't do intelligent stuff. Too many dumb people will fight you about it.
right.
Caleb A, anything to destroy God's creation. Caleb A, you just earned yourself a wrench. Good.
Yeah. And Steve Sheller also, he said the U.S. government released carp into the Utah lake as fish food, ruined, ate all the vegetation and ate all the local trout.
Don't you love? There
No
it is.
more beautiful. That's right,
There it
Sheller.
is. The carp. You know what a carp is? That's a bloody goldfish. It's a goldfish.
Amber, I do know.
Right.
Yes, it is.
They're a bottom feeder. They eat plants. They're a bottom feeder. They make mud. They swirl up the bottom and they eat plants. They eat all the microscopic fauna. They are the messiest fish that you can put in a body of water.
They're beautiful, don't get me wrong, but it just they take over.
Fish eggs, Sheller.
Fish eggs, that's right, Steve.
Big City Betta says that argues some of my cats believe they are gone. Oh,
They
right.
do.
Well, now we know why the Egyptians.
I just put out a short of my cats in the fish camper. Like they just rule the roost here.
Funny.
They eat all your fish food. They get into your aquariums. Father Fish, what time on Wednesday? Oh, he wants to. Aquafunk wants to jump up there on Wednesday if the time is right. On your NOAA project?
Yeah, 9 o'clock. Can you do 9?
9 o'clock, Funky One. That's right, Crystal. We all have a wrench. That means y'all can drop links. You can drop Father Fish's Discord, his PayPal, his anything he talks about. If he talks about another channel, y'all can help him out so much.
It is so difficult for a YouTuber to find the Father Fish channel that you receive an instant award by showing up and posting on a Father Fish live stream.
And the same thing goes for super chats or any kind of, anything y'all, if you become a member, if you give a super chat, you become a Patreon. I'm doing this for Father Fish, but I'm not trying to but I am trying to promote it because it helps him keep putting out this incredible content for everyone. It gives him the platform to keep doing live streams. So I don't earn any money. Don't get me wrong. This is all for Father Fish. So anything y'all do that helps is wonderful, and it helps him out a lot. Hey, Ricky DeHoyas.
Ricky DeHoyas. Hey, good to see you, Ricky.
And that goes for all your favorite YouTubers. I mean,
you're very
it's
welcome.
$1 a month. Right. If it's $1 a month, I give $1 here and there. I give $2 here and there. I don't have a lot of money, but I appreciate the fact that the people who make content that I can learn from. So I'm sorry, I just went on that little rant for a second. I've been thinking about that a lot lately, though. Like, I've been thinking about, gosh, can I give $1 to this and give $1 to that? Because I really don't have it. But when somebody's giving out their knowledge and experience so freely and putting in the time to make a video, I appreciate it. And that's all I got to say. I mean, I'm one of those sappy people.
Nice. How we doing here? 7:30.
Hit the
We've been
like
here
button.
for an hour. Who else is up? Who's coming?
I think Bob Kaler is up, and he's got Vinay, who is Color Guppies, who I love. I'm not sure if he's up yet.
Okay, we need to make room for Bob.
Yes, that's the thing. We love each other. We want everybody to have their time. And Father Fish, thank you always for taking your time to share with us.
Thank you so much.
Oh, Funky, thank you.
All right, and we're going to look for you Wednesday night with Aquafunk on the NOAA project.
And Funk just gave you a super chat. Thank you,
Just
Funk.
looking at it. Yeah, there it is right there.
That means a lot. I see a lot of big channels get a lot of super chats, and that's great. I don't want to say, but I think Father Fish deserves some too, because he really puts a lot of time and effort and his heart into what he shares with us, and a lot of courage what he puts out there. So,
butter. Do you guys have any tanks with cold water fish? I have a lot of them.
Hey, Matt,
I've got 11 tanks here. 4 of them have 4 of them have heaters. The other 7 do not. Patty wants me to write a book. I'm intimidated, but I'm overwhelmed by the thought of it, is the truth. I've been thinking about it. I did an award-winning paper once years ago, and the way it was it was book length, and I did it by organizing it beforehand and then spending an hour a day on it, and I was able to do something. So that would be the way I'd have to do it.
Fanaticals just sent you a super chat too. Thank you. Like I said, it all goes to Father Fish. Let's keep him going.
Thank you, Fanatic, very much. That's very sweet. Very
right, Caleb. He needs a lot of attention. He's only sharing from his heart to help us all save money and enjoy our fish. I don't spend a lot of money on my hobby anymore. I do. I mean, I spend, I still got to get equipment. I got to get a sponge filter or a pump or a light, that kind of stuff. But as far as the actual running of my aquariums, deep substrate, a nice light, lots of plants, and the fish thrive. And that's all because of Father Fish. So, Moon Boots, thank you. Moon Boots just sent $5 too.
Thank you, Moon Boots. We're just thank you guys. Very kind.
Love y'all.
All right, we're gonna pass on. Be here tomorrow night. Look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow night at 9 o'clock with ABC, and then Wednesday night at 9 with Aquafunk. So that'll be a great week.
All right.
We'll be back
I'll try my best.
Good.
I'll try my best to be here, but I've been working.
And then Sunday with Mary. So
okay.
Looking forward to a great, exciting, fun week. Good to see you all. God bless everybody. Love you.
Love y'all.